Them troll bands for purple.
Huh. I love the Eve ban. That's funny. That just made my night. Yeah, I remember when Eve was a #1 ban because of just how strong she was, and that just took me back there. Every game, ban Eve.
Stealth too strong.
Yep. So you guys want me to commentate? Is that what you want me to do? Go like play-by-plays and stuff? Because if I do that, the people who are actually playing, you know, are gonna have to turn off the stream. But I've got this like totally fancy radio mic, and we've got Mordekaiser coming in first. Oh no, looks like they're going to pick Swain instead, and then the champion selection goes to the purple team, where Takafi and Prime Dragon are going to have to decide who they're going to pick to counter Swain, and then another lane champion. All right, so it looks like we have Jace here. Jace with the Flash Ignite, probably going to go top lane with those summoners. We'll find out what happens. Coffee goes for a Victor pick. What do you think about the Victor pick, Serth? Tell me what you think about that up against Swain here.
Some good poke against Swain.
Yeah, early I definitely see there's going to be some potential for taking Swain out of the lane, but once Swain hits 6, the poke is no longer going to do too well against Sustain. Sustain beats poke, and if Swain can keep his mana up, I think that Swain will have the upper hand against that Victor.
If Victor ult blocks Swain ult, I think he might have it.
All right, well, on to the next picks here. We've got Yorick and Singed. It looks like Singed is going to... Oh, no, they selected Olaf instead. And then Akali as well. So it looks like they've picked a top and a jungler. Ganalorth and Jack Lifer both kind of mulling it over on their picks. Ramus says okay to that pick. And then a Brand. Now this is
an interesting pick.
Now this is a really interesting pick. We've got Brand and Victor. I think something interesting is about to happen here. Jack Lifer. Okay.
Support Victor is indeed OP.
Support Victor. You think it's going to be support Victor? I think it's going to be support Brand with a stun.
I think it's Victor.
We shall see. All right, and then we've got Ezreal and Soraka, a really strong bot lane combination. Soraka acting as a mana battery to keep Ezreal's Q up, as well as Soraka with the just the silence against Jace is going to be pretty crucial for those moments when Jace is trying to escape or initiate with his Q. Dude, I don't know if I can actually do this. This is ridiculous.
Just a little bit.
Shoutcasting, man. It's OP.
And a Draven pick.
Ooh, Draven. Okay, so that's going to be... Oh, nope, they changed it. Okay, so yeah, that's right. I remember now. They had Jace going top, and Caitlyn's going to be bot lane. Kate's poke over Ezreal. That's going to be a really interesting exchange of fire there. Ezreal kind of soft counters Caitlyn, whereas Caitlyn has just got so much poke. But Ez has to spend mana to really poke. So, you know, with Soraka, that might actually counteract some of that Kate poke there.
It really depends on the support, I think. I think Victor might have the upper hand against Soraka.
Well, it certainly does. It certainly does look that way if you think that Victor is going to beat out Soraka. In that respect, I might agree with you. However, Soraka can still heal off the poke. And because they're doing duo heal bot, First Blood is going to be a difficult acquisition. Oh my gosh, we're delayed 3 minutes? What? No.
Yeah.
Oh, lame. Now
Actually, I think
wait.
it's brand support. He has exhaust.
I told you it was brand support. I did tell you that.
So what do you think of Swain versus, or no, Akali versus Jace?
Akali versus Jace? Well, Akali being a burst champion and Jace being a poke champion, burst beats down poke pretty hard. I will definitely be interested to see if the Jace can beat Akali, because once Akali gets under Jace, I think it's gonna be a nasty turnout for Jace.
Yeah. Most of Jace's kit is for escaping or initiating, so Akali can get around that.
Right. Pre-6, though, as some of the people here are kind of mentioning, Pre-6, Akali might have a rough time just because she can't actually stay in range of creeps with Jace hanging back at range. But I still think that if Akali plays her cards right, she's going to be able to get in Jace's face and really mess him up with just that Q spam, that endless Q spam.
Yeah. Rammus is an interesting choice against their team.
Rammus, tell me what you think about that.
Not sure how well he's gonna do against Swain, Akali, and Olaf.
Well, against Olaf,
Or
it's gonna be rough. I think that if he didn't take flash, you'll notice, so he's not gonna get that flash Powerball taunt in with as great of effectiveness as if he would if he took flash, I think. So I think Ghost was actually a poor choice. But that being said, I've also seen some Rammuses come in from behind the lane with Ghost, and then as soon as somebody flashes through or goes around, he's got the Ghost activated, so he can just turn right back around and he can get the Powerball stun knocked off. So the game is launching here. We're going to bring to you a great custom game on Siigari's stream. We've got Team Blue versus Team Purple. Let's see what happens.
Nurse Akali and Chrome Rammus.
Does the team with Swain on it have any CC at all?
Swain.
I mean hard CC, like a stun.
Nope.
Oh, the other team should have picked Katarina.
Just waiting on this load to complete here. We'll see here.
Only real hard CC they have on the other team is Brand and Rammus. Maybe Victor. If he can land good.
Has the game started yet, Searth?
No.
Okay.
I'm still loading in.
Okay. we go. All right, and the game begins here. We've got blue team getting their items and purple team getting their items and moving into position.
I'm interested to see what support Brand can bring.
Support Brand,
Bottom lane.
let's take a look at him here. So he started off with the Pillar of Flame, so he's definitely going for a little bit of extra lane harassment. That's a good harassment tool. And then we've got Ezreal and Soraka getting into position. No, neither team looks like they're really ready to invade, actually. Jace and Akali top, just kind of checking out, you know, their lanes, what's going on. Jace is in more of a counter jungle position than Akali is, standing under her
30
turret.
seconds until minions spawn.
Got Caitlyn exploring forward a little bit to see what's going on. She's setting a couple of traps. That looks like a great way to slow down the enemy jungler, or at least track where they're at. Good move on Caitlyn's part. We've got Ezreal and Soraka down in that bush down there, and then Swain and Olaf moving into position to begin the jungle phase here.
Minions have spawned.
Little poke on Caitlyn at bottom.
All right, and the match is underway here. Check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Mic check. All right, there we go. All right. And the leash for blue is starting here. Akali moving right into Jace's position. Jace gonna counter with a little Q burst. That Q burst did nothing to Akali. Akali got her Q off on him, did a lot more damage. So that definitely looks like it's going to be an interesting farming lane for a little while now that both of them have kind of shown they're not going to take any poke from each other. We've got bot lane here. Kate and Ez doing a little counter poking here.
Swain getting poked down pretty well by Victor.
Ah, yeah. Now, there's a lot of poke that comes out of both of these champions, but I think Victor definitely has the poke advantage, whereas Swain, once he kind of gets in there, he has to commit with everything he's got, whereas Victor can really just poke with a couple of Q shots and maybe an occasional E. E is really too expensive to poke with. If you take a look here, power transfer is 45 mana, death ray is 80. The damage the death ray does versus the easy, accessible poke the power transfer provides is going to make him really show, a mana savings if he decides to just poke with his Q. It looks like he's fired off a couple of E's though, so he might be mana starved early if he keeps doing that, and his poke will diminish really fast. See, there's another E, so now he's kind of like, starving for mana already, and we're only 3.5 minutes into the game.
If Victor keeps playing like this, I think Swain's E-poke will get him.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. So it looks like the trap is down, and Rammus is down. This is truly a tragic event. Meanwhile, Akali and Jace up top. Akali getting a little bit of poke received. Akali is still doing okay though. Last hit comparison, Akali is leading in last hits, so she's definitely getting her farm a little bit faster than Jace is. I would suspect that she's trying to zone in with Q, but I haven't really been able to take a look at that top yet. And then, bot, we got a little action bot here. It looks like Brand's been throwing some pillars. And a couple of seers at him there.
I think when Brand hits around level 5 and gets a good engage, they might be able to kill Soraka as we go really fast.
Alright, Jack is back at Golems with a vengeance. He's got 3 levels, and he's taken 1 level of each so far, minus his ult, of course. So he's got taunt ready, and he looks like he's moving into position for a gank on Akali. Let's see what happens. No wards, so Akali's way out of position as it is. He goes in for the kill. Akali throws down her shroud. And he hits nothing. I'm kind of surprised, actually, that Rammus would miss. And then he gets a taunt off. It looks like Jace went in there. He's going in with his, with everything he's got. Switches to hammer. Goes on. He's going full burst. And the ignite not quite going to finish Akali off. She's going to hide under the turret and probably base. Akali going back to regroup.
Really late flash on Akali.
That was a really late flash, but it got her away. And things are all good. Okay, they're setting up for a gank mid. Rammus, once he gets that power ball and he gets his E, it's on for just about every lane. Just waiting for an opportunity here. He doesn't even wait. He's just going to push Swain off to the side. Victor and Swain both chasing Swain. Rammus
he catches them both.
Yeah, he got both of them. That was a really well-placed snare by Swain. And then back to the poke lane. Okay, bot lane's pulled the
Bottom's
turret.
pushing up pretty far.
Yep. Okay, with a little bit of poke, Brand is going to get that advantage under the turret there. They're going to be able to keep that lane pushed so that they can do stuns under turret and get lots of that dot damage off from Swain with a combination of Q pokes from Kate.
And a gank top with Olaf nearly going down.
Oh, I missed it.
If Akali didn't arrive, I think Olaf would have died.
Rammus and Olaf look like they're converging here. This is going to be an interesting fight. I definitely think that Rammus has the advantage with his moveset. And Olaf knows what's up. Olaf ghosts out of there. He's just wasted his summoner to escape in jungle gank. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, Rammus setting up for another gank here. Let's check on bot really fast. Nothing going on. Just normal farm.
Swain's starting to get pretty low mid. If
all right, Akali, I think
the mana and hits.
I'm sorry, say again on Victor?
I think if he gets the mana, he can burst down Swain.
Oh, absolutely. There's that level 6 ult. He's going full blast, and he got it. Absolutely.
First blood to Victor.
Victor's burst damage, if you get a full combo off, is just insane. And he didn't even have to use his stun. Let's see if he's even skilled it yet. No, he hasn't. Most good Victors save their gravity field for level 6 or 7, or I'm sorry, level 7 or 8, simply because you don't need it. You want the ability power coming right off of your skills. You want that full focus. Victor truly shouldn't need to stun or snare, simply because he's got enough damage at range to pull off a full combo. Now, gravity field is great in lane later for when you need to zone somebody or escape a potential gank. But as you've seen so far, Olaf kind of a non-issue in the jungle. He's just kind of running back and forth. So not taking gravity field was probably a really good decision on his part.
I think the lanes might start to suffer if Olaf doesn't start ganking soon.
I agree. It actually looks definitely in favor of purple team right now.
We all get to hear so much of your wonderful voices.
With bottom lane push so far, I don't think their brand support's going to work to their advantage.
Well, I actually disagree with that. I think that brand support is going to work better pushed under a turret than it is at range, simply because if they can poke down Ezreal and Soraka enough with Brand and Caitlyn's abilities, then under a turret they have nothing that they can do except for back off, especially once a gank comes. 3v2 under that turret is going to go highly in favor of Kate and Brand, even if they're under Blue's turret.
I don't think Brand's putting out the damage to be able to poke them down.
Well, I'll have to take a look here. Let's watch for just a moment and see what happens. Okay, Brand missed both of his abilities right there. And then Kate throwing out a little poke.
Should probably go back and get a spear.
Oh, we got a gank mid. It looks like Victor just went down. We have a point from Swain. Assisted by Olaf came in. I totally missed it. What a bummer. And then Rammus came in to assist, but he was too little too late. That's unfortunate too. Rammus might have been able to save it if he was just a few moments closer. And then Swain with the flash snare, and he gets another kill. Rammus hanging out a little bit too long at low HP against the high burst champion. That is unfortunate for Rammus, who has fallen twice now this game. Once to Creeps, once to Swain.
That is most unfortunate.
It is indeed unfortunate.
They're pretty good at this.
Akali's back at base. Looks like she just picked up her her Hextech Revolver and a Vamp Scepter. So it looks like she's going to try and get that Hextech Gunblade as quickly as she possibly can. Her farm is definitely working in her favor as she's 6 ahead out of lane. Whereas Jace looks like he's going straight for a Phage or maybe even a Heart of Gold. I'm not really sure which he's going to go for first. Either one at this point would be good for him. The Phage would let him stick to Akali a little bit better, who has an escape, and the Heart of Gold will also give him a little bit of advantage where he's behind in creeps. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And then Akali warding that Tribush, best place to ward, especially against that Olaf, who's going to be tearing around Tribush. Okay, or I mean, I'm sorry, Rammus. Okay, Akali getting the Veil out. And Jace dropping a ward there.
I think if Jace goes Phage, it'll be better for him in the long run.
I think so too. I think that it's unfortunate that Jace is a little bit behind in CS. And well, actually, right now they're tied. Phage definitely would be the superior choice. If Rammus is going to continue his, his Heart of Gold, then he's going to get a Randons, and there's going to be no reason for Jace really to pursue that dead end. And then back down bot. It looks
Poke
like
on bottom lane.
It looks like the poke from purple team is starting to show as Soraka and Ezreal low mana. Soraka's lost a little bit of HP. Brand getting these tiny bits of poke out. They're just kind of shredding away. I think that the mana for damage ratio on Brand is good enough to keep them around, considering that you have. Oh, Jace under turret. Oh, I missed it. What happened? Let's actually, we'll actually back that up here and see that again here, everybody. Okay, so here's Olaf. Coming in. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. And then Olaf. Oh, Akali and Olaf both go under the turret. Akali picks up the kill. Pretty incredible right there. Okay, going back to live time here. Okay, right now we've got Rammus and Swain checking out each other in a bush. Is that where you're at? I'm at 12-13?
Yeah.
Okay. Rammus gets snared, kind of doesn't know what to do with that. Swain backs off, retreating it into
Purple
his
team's
jungle.
turret has been destroyed.
And Akali and Olaf take down top turret.
I think with the Akali roaming, it's going to be really bad for mid and bot.
Well, that depends. 81 creep score. We've got a Hextech Revolver. We're probably going to be able to pick up the second piece to get that the Hextech Gunblade. So if she's got that, she's going to be true fear, throwing out burst damage in just about any lane that she approaches. She's definitely making strides to make sure that she can secure those ganks. And then Rammus observing Akali in the bush. Rammus probably going to ghost this. Akali sees him too, though. They kind of have a standoff. Nobody really wants to commit to anything. Rammus is a little nervous, I think. I think Rammus might come out of that on top, honestly, if he ults. Don't underestimate Rammus' damage.
I think Akali would have got away.
Oh, Akali probably would have gotten away if she wanted to. I agree with that there. Okay, Akali basing at
I
mid.
mean, Rammus isn't so strong anymore.
And Victor roaming bottom.
Oh, here comes those 3-man ganks I was talking about a little bit earlier. Under the turret, they're gonna have a bad time. So Victor making the move. He put down the gravity wall. Soraka escapes. Trap goes down. Ezreal comes through, and then Victor with the kill had a really nice flashback over the wall. Brand covering Victor's escape, throwing down a couple of pillars there. Caitlyn, all of them retreating back to turret with the successful gank. Olaf's coming in now. Olaf's looking pretty farmed up. He's got a couple assists. He's got his Philo and definitely looking good. Getting ready for that Phage. Olaf comes around. I don't know what exactly he's going after. Caitlyn's low HP. He goes in with a little true damage. He ults. He's going in. No disable on the exhaust, but less damage. Can't quite pull it off. Ezreal not really providing any assistance. Just going after creeps, really, that whole entire fight with Olaf chasing nothing. Too bad. Olaf turns back around with an axe to the face. Brand lighting Caitlyn's feet on fire, telling her to move a little bit faster to secure that kill against Olaf. Panning up.
I think that was pretty risky for Olaf.
I think it was too. Panning back up to top, we've got Akali and Jace kind of flirting in a bush. Akali is getting in position for a kill. Jace should probably see that Akali is behind there by now, but I think he either doesn't care or he's feigning ignorance. Akali goes in with the Q burst. Jace tries to escape, but Swain comes in with the slow, and it's a kill for Akali. Definitely a really nice play by blue team. That Swain just snuck around. Can't believe what I saw. Akali got that burst in just in time. Akali's definitely making that feed happen. And Akali goes over the wall. Swain gets the stun off. Swain is going to be running for his, or Victor's going to be running for his life. It looks like Rammus is going to come for the assist. Gets the bump. It doesn't matter. Swain got the kill anyway on Victor. And then Rammus trying to escape. That really poor play. Yeah, it's Swain's snare off. Definitely another great play by blue team, just kind of following up on bad decision making, it looks like, unfortunately. Or late play. I should say late plays.
It's a single snare.
Swain 5-1, definitely going to be carrying their team through the mid game. Akali will probably snowball hard enough that late game she'll become a serious issue for purple. And then the farming continues, but Caitlyn taking a very, very distinct lead against Ezreal. They're both going after their Bloodthirsters. Kate's farming up her Bloodthirster while Ezreal's still a little bit behind. Let's take a look at the gold right now, the gold disparity between the two teams. Ezreal clearly in the back. He has a 700 gold discrepancy behind Caitlyn. That's almost the whole entire Bloodthirster right there. Ezreal's sitting on 900 gold. He probably wants to back to get that Bloodthirster started. But with the constant pushing from purple team, and probably a soon-to-be gank with Victor and Rammus at purple right now, Victor's probably going to head mid, and Rammus will probably head bot to secure a kill before Ezreal can back. But it looks like that didn't happen, and Rammus is just going to continue to jungle his normal route.
I think bot's really going to be the deciding factor.
Okay, so we hear... Yeah, I think so. So we hear some pings back for the Olaf discovery. Olaf moves in. He doesn't care. He took a little armor buff from the Soraka. Olaf going in full bore against the Caitlyn, whose exhaust is still down. Ezreal gets a really nice kill with his ult. Picks up a double. That was a really nice play by both Olaf and Ezreal, I think, securing a kill. The Soraka heal gave Olaf a ton of resistance while he pursued the kill against that Caitlyn.
Only if that Rammus decided to come down or...
Well, the positive thing to see here is that, yeah, exactly, Rammus should have come down bot. That would have been an excellent time for a kill. But as they say, hindsight's 20/20. Ezreal not picking up his Bloodthirster for some reason. It looks like he might be rushing an Infinity Edge. What do you think about that?
It might give him more damage over Caitlyn if he can hit her more.
Well, I agree with you there. I think that blue team is ahead enough that he can take a slower approach and get the Infinity Edge a little bit later and still be doing okay. However, Caitlyn right now has such a major lead over Ezreal that in order for this bot lane to continue winning, Ezreal is going to need a lot of attention from Olaf. And then we've got a gank top.
And Victor picking off Akali.
It just looks like that was a straight gank. Yeah, exactly. Jace probably was taking a little bit of damage from the Akali, and then Victor came in and stomped.
Akali had killed Rammus, and she was running away.
Aha, okay. Alright, and an easy blue from Swain. Swain going to fix that top farm, and here we go bot again! Olaf showing some more love to Ezreal. What a perfect time to do this too, while the rest of their team is far and away. Ezreal going to secure another kill against that Brand, and then we'll see if Ezreal can make this kill against Caitlyn just in time. His W is up, so he can definitely ult if he needs to as well. Here comes the ult. Did just minuscule amounts of damage going through that entire wave of creeps. Ezreal getting the final last hit on Caitlyn, and then E'ing out with his Astral Shift. Definitely another great play by Olaf. Although now Olaf is caught by Rammus. Oh, this is going to be bad for Olaf unless he can make it out of there. Yeah, that was good. Ezreal going in, picking up off last bits. Going all the way through the turret. Probably not a good play by Ezreal, especially considering he doesn't have that Bloodthirster to pick up that instant sustain. We've got the whole entire blue team coming down bot. It looks like they're going to be starting to make a dragon approach. Akali gets the ignite. Victor doesn't have his ult up, so it's going to be kind of a close call here as to whether or not he can pick off the Soraka, but the E manages to get it anyway. Victor definitely the most well-fed on the purple team, but blue manages to shut him down anyway, and they're going to get that dragon, no problem.
And Swain picking off Jace in the top.
Swain again top, huh?
Yeah, it was a pretty close fight.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
And Ez even got the last hit on that dragon. Olaf right now is probably typing some mean rude things in chat to that Ezreal. I need my farm, says Olaf.
Yeah, 5 extra gold.
Oh, that's 25 gold. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's 25. Alright, so back to bot lane. We've got some serious activity. Kate's really making some aggressive moves, especially with an Akali right behind her. Brand just not even answering any of that. Brand just spectating that entire fight. And now Brand is just getting just absolutely decimated. Akali full burst. She has her gunblade. This definitely looks like blue team has pulled enough in every lane now that it's probably going to be a clear win for blue team, I think.
Just that lack of river ward for purple team really screwed over bot.
I think so too. I mean, you can see the ward situation for both teams is kind of like here's purple team's wards. We got purple has no wards except for in Tribush right now, whereas blue team is keeping a really good view on Dragon. They're keeping view in the enemy jungle, and they had view just a few moments ago on the enemy blue too. So they've got a lot of things going for them. Oh, I hear an echo. They've got a lot of things going for him just in the ward department, probably because Olaf is warding so fervently. There he drops a ward at Baron. He's just keeping the vision up so that he can make sure that those ganks are secure. And that nobody gets caught out of position. Oh, a great trap by Kate. Olaf has to sidestep that one. Olaf going in at only a quarter HP. Wow, far miss by Swain. He's going to try and pull some vamp off. Gets nothing. Olaf is really upset that his buddy fell down, so he's going to go in there and try and finish this Caitlyn off. Another good trap by Caitlyn. Olaf sidestepping that one as well. Great reflexes by Olaf here. And then Rammus escorts Caitlyn away. And then Victor shows up, and Olaf runs away, seeing that there is definitely going to be a really nasty things happening for him if he decides to go into that bush.
The lack of 2 boots on Olaf really denied him that kill.
I think so too. He would have been able to chase, and then Olaf gets cut off anyway. Rammus coming all the way from around. Victor with a huge stun, but Olaf ults away safely, turns around and just says no to Rammus. Rammus says okay. And then we've got Akali coming in from behind to pick off Caitlyn, who was really out of position in that fight. And then, yeah, this is definitely not looking good for purple team. Purple has 3 down. Olaf lost 1. That's actually Olaf's first death too. So interesting play from the purple team. I think.
Yeah.
Swain clearing some traps, or maybe just not stepping in the right place. Swain just kind of checking things out right now. He's walking around in a circle. Brand knows something is up. And we actually have a disconnect. It looks like Ezreal is no longer with us for right now. We're going to hopefully see that come back, or else that could cost blue team quite a bit of headache while they lose their AD carry, who is 5-0 right now.
I think if Rammus ganked bottom more, they would have had a hard win.
Well, the interesting thing too is that despite the laning phase being somewhat over, there's only 1 turret down, and that's the top turret on purple. I think in the current situation with Ezreal missing, blue team is really going to have to make some aggressive pushing motions in order to mitigate the fact that they're missing their AD carry, because lanes can't be farmed right now with somebody missing. And that brings a whole new element of, you know, deceptiveness to the game, where blue team has to really make, you know, some aggressive moves. They have to really take super care. Great move by Rammus, taunting that Akali just as she enters the bush. A ward there probably would have saved Akali from death, which is about to happen, I think. Jace.
Akali too tanky.
Jace saves. Jace saves that. Wow, I can't believe that just happened, actually. And then everybody kind of going back to their lanes.
Guardian Angel.
Yeah, Akali's got the Guardian Angel up. It wouldn't have mattered either way. All right, and then Rammus coming down to fix bot. Is Rammus auto attack animation broken you?
A summoner has disconnected.
He's just standing there to attack, which looks really funny.
Best auto attack ever.
Yeah. He's like, haha, I look at you and you die. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Staring contest.
Yeah, Rammus is winning a staring contest. Far now. Watch this. He's gonna kill the turret with stairs. Oh no! That was so funny looking.
Fuck you, turret.
Pretty much. Okay, top has got a lot of activity. Olaf way out of position right now. All by himself, forward, past the turret. Jace kind of looks like he's gonna go down, actually. Can't do enough damage to Olaf, but here comes the rest of the purple team to save him, potentially. Will he save him? Nope, it's 1 for 1 plus some assists from purple. And Ezreal is back. Ezreal is looking like he's about to buy some items here from being disconnected for so long. Nope, he just runs right. Oh, no, wait, hold on, he's thinking about it there.
And Swain instantly killing Brand. Starting to think support Brand is not a very good idea this round.
Yeah, I am agreeing with you there. Alright, Ezreal grabbed a dagger. I wonder what he's going to do with that dagger, actually. Do you think he's going to build a Black Cleaver, or is he going to try and go for his Phantom Dancer?
Phantom Dancer.
Phantom Dancer, huh? I don't know if I would have grabbed a dagger on Ezreal. I probably would have gone for the crit cloak. Oh, Victor with a really bold ult. But it doesn't pay off. Akali just barely narrowing defeat there. Guardian Angel pops. Akali's down, and then she gets right back up. Jace pushes her back into a turret. Oh. Jace says no to Akali and shuts down the legendary Akali. Akali went way too deep for that kill, I think, and had no escape, unfortunately. Flash on cooldown.
That was a nice knockback.
That was a really nice knockback. That's one of the things with Jace, too. Jace is a really interesting new champion. He can kind of keep enemy champions, where he wants them, using his hammer. I mean, it's just kind of unbelievable how much repositioning of the enemy team Jace can do in the middle of a fight. He's almost like a 80 top carry Alistair.
Yeah.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
Okay, Blue team has slain the dragon. That's a new announcement. Alright, so action heating up at purple turret, which only has 33 HP. If I was that Olaf, I would probably get away from that turret, even though it has no HP on it, because 3 people standing by it looking very, very angry right now. And then Rammus is kind of going in circles. He's staring down some more creeps. Oh no. Yeah, that is really funny. Okay, I can't keep laughing at that. It's just really hard to not laugh at. Okay, mid turret finally gonna go down for blue team. I like how they took it down after the fight was over. I mean, they could have saved themselves some damage. Akali looks like she took 2 or 3 turret bolts to the face. And then blue's wandering into the enemy jungle. I think they know that definitely something is up, even though it wasn't warded. They had to have some people there. They just wanted blue really bad. Brand with the Pyroclasm, definitely doing a lot of damage to Swain. That hurts his ability to regenerate. And they run back into their jungle. It looks like the blue is going to go down for purple from blue team, who is going to be easy work of that if they decide to. Ezreal showing up in the jungle. Akali going over the wall with her with some really great moves. Rammus and Akali facing off. Akali's stare is better. We've determined. And then Akali goes back to push down that lane. Okay, so fight a golem. It looks like Ezreal picks up the golem for blue team. And wow, those crits are starting to look pretty tasty. Ezreal has finished his Phantom Dancer and still is hanging on to that Vamp Scepter, having not done anything with it yet.
Kate decided not to go for attack speed, but instead went for Infinity Edge.
I think that's actually pretty common on Kate. Kate should probably not have, you know, Kate is making an okay decision going with straight damage because that increases the damage on her ult and her Q. However, once she gets her Phantom Dancer and she can start spamming, ooh, that was a really good ult from Kate. Once she can start spamming the auto attacks, her Q is going to diminish in power, and her auto attacks are where the damage is going to be. Okay, so we had the pink ward dropped, and then the Akali dies. Really great play by the purple team, knowing that Akali was going to show up and probably guard that with a veil. Soraka kind of out of position right now. Ram is having a staring contest with Soraka. Definitely going to be a win for the purple team. Purple making some good defensive plays to secure their turret. And also,
Purple is making a good comeback.
yeah, purple is making a decent comeback, except for right here. Ramus is going to stare down. Oh, yeah, that was definitely not good for Ramus. And then
You
running.
realize that the server shuts down in 5 minutes. They're gonna get disconnected.
Oh no.
Okay.
Just so you know.
So,
Who's
What?
expected?
whatever
that not shut down in 4 minutes.
whatever blue or purple team have to do, they have to do it in 4 minutes. I suspect that they do not know that this is happening, and they are going to continue to push their lanes evenly. No aggressive moves have been made towards Baron. Nobody has wards on Baron. Purple team with a ward on Dragon right now. Blue team with a couple wards in their jungle. It looks like just one right now. Purple team is actually catching up on the wards, which is good for purple team. Wards win games. Swain making a wrong move into a bush, taking a snare trap. He really wanted that muffin. Let me tell you, those muffins are just so good. Brandon Swain about to have a face-off here. Swain gets the bird. Brand burns Swain a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Swain gets the kill with his ult. Swain and Ramus kind of both going after each other a little bit here. Ramus runs off. Swain doesn't pull off the snare. Ramus runs back into his base. Purple team is going to have to really kind of pile up here on their turrets in order to defend against that Ezreal, who has got a lot of damage right now. Just taking a look at Ezreal's damage, he's at 206, where Caitlyn, who has been stacking attack damage, is at 308. As a matter of fact, Caitlyn could probably overcome the Ezreal if she wanted to. Gets a small amount of damage off on Ezreal as the Soraka heal boosts his armor by probably a pretty hefty amount, maybe 70 or more. And then Ezreal goes through, no damage from the Ezreal. Swain going in on a stun. Akali makes a good play against the Jace, and then we got a huge fight between turrets here. Blue team definitely making some great moves. Goes all the way deep. Olaf coming out, going against Caitlyn. Olaf and Ezreal going against Caitlyn. Caitlyn can do nothing. She doesn't even turn around to attack. No damage at all. And that's a technical with Brand having been killed a few moments ago. Technical ace. Brand throws an ult out, does nothing, with Brand having almost no AP whatsoever. The only AP is the blasting one and a cage lucky pick. And then blue team basing, probably going to make an aggressive move towards Baron. And yet we just saw the blue team ping towards Baron. Excellent timing on blue team's part. They know that they need to secure that Baron for the next team fight, where they are going to have no losses and they're just going to have wins to push down the enemy nexus. Really good blue team play, I have to say. They haven't really left a lot of openings for the purple ganks at all, and it's showing as their late game increases 3-1 against the purple team.
I think the purple team had a more tanky support. They might have came ahead in some of the team fights.
I think so too. Purple team selecting Brand as the support, probably not the best idea, unfortunately. However, I can say that if he would have gotten a little bit of AP faster, he could have turned some fights in their favor with a couple of well-placed ults and stuns.
Yeah. As well as blue team has a lot of life or spell vamp. So and they only have 2 ignites on the right side. I think if they got like Executioner's Calling or something on Jace, that would have been a good idea.
I actually, well, I don't think it should have gone on Jace. Executioner's Calling is kind of a rough item for a tank top. Caitlyn might have gone for the Executioner's Calling. She looks like she could have afforded it, but instead of going, like you said, for that attack speed, she's going for an Infinity Edge. Ez made a terrible play. Just throws himself away at purple team. I don't know what he was thinking up there. Maybe he was a distraction for Dragon, although I seriously doubt it. Really upset by that play Ezreal made right there. And it looks like the server's shutting down in just a few seconds here. Not sure what happens with the delay, but we've got a full-out team fight. Server's still running.
There it goes, I think.
Okay, Olaf pulls the ghost off. He goes in for Caitlyn. We've got a full team fight happening at Purple's inhibitor turret. Swain, oh my gosh, so much damage from Swain. Swain is just picking up all sorts of damage. Akali kind of picking him off at the beginning here. Akali is taking turrets still. Blue team just completely dominated in that fight. No help from Victor with his ult, unfortunately. Minimal damage to blue team. The only thing I think that Victor can really do now is actually die. Unfortunately, that just is too bad. But I think we can see a clear win from the blue team, who really had good, strong early game mid, and then the ganks really started to show later when Olaf had that farm up. So good game for blue team, and well played.
Well played indeed.
Damn it, I wanted them to DC before the Nexus was destroyed.
And with that,
Way Rusty.
League of Legends is totally down. So there you have it. Blue team wins. Congratulations to blue team, and to all the other teams who were playing. Thank you both for playing. And we will see you after the server shutdown is over.